Hey everybody. This is going to be a short video. It's going to focus specifically on assignment 1 in module 1. I wanted to provide some verbal explanation, even though everything that you need in order to be successful in this assignment is already posted, and you can read everything that you need there. But for whatever reason, I know some folks are more auditory learners, and so hopefully this video will help in that capacity. So in any event, let's go ahead over here, and I am going to click us into a student view. And that way I'm able to see the same things that you all see, so I can walk you through the process. I'm sure everyone at this point knows where the assignment 1 is, but for those that don't, note that there isn't an assignment link over here, and I have good reason for not doing that. I think the assignment link, because the discussion board posts are worth points, they tend to populate in the assignments link, and it gets very, very confusing. So I'm going to avoid that altogether, and you're going to get to your assignment simply just by clicking into your module. And I will minimize us. Boom. And move us down here to the corner. I'll move us up here. Yeah, we'll go into module 1, and then when you scroll down module 1, you will see that your discussion board links are here, which you all have completed, and your assignment 1 link is here. So when I open up the assignment 1 link, note that here is where the assignment information is. So let me just kind of talk you through this. There's 3 parts of the assignment, and they are as follows. There's an aerial view design of your dream classroom. This is one of my favorite parts of assignment 1. This is where you have an opportunity to really think about what your classroom could look like. There's a classroom management plan, incredibly critical and reflective of Chapter 11's readings. And then there's a summary of reflections, because being a reflective practitioner is critical to your success as a future educator. So you're going to be simulating the role of a teacher throughout the remainder of this course. All assignments will reflect this simulated role. If you have not already done so, it's time to refer to yourself in the assignment submissions as Mr., Ms., Mrs., and whoever you might be. This assignment's worth 10% of your grade, so please put forth great effort. Many schools are requiring classroom management plans and requiring them to be posted in the classrooms as well. This assignment can have an impact on your future years of teaching. Please see below for further details. So you may complete this assignment actually in a pair. You can even complete the assignment in a triad. That is entirely up to you. But if you choose to do so, each person needs to submit the final product in the assignment submission area. I'm okay with you all working in groups on your assignment specifically, but by doing so then means that you're all going to be part of that group grade, and you're all going to have to manage your own group dynamics. I'm not going to be responsible for that, so keep that in mind. All right, your classroom design. For this assignment, think about the grade level range that you will be certified to teach in the future. If you're certified to teach elementary school or middle school, and you choose to design a classroom for that age range, you must choose a specific grade and subject that you are a candidate for certification. For instance, 6th grade English, ELA. If you're certified to teach elementary, then you must choose a specific grade. For example, 3rd grade. You will be designing your future perfect classroom. You have no constraints besides the criteria below. Space, finances, and locations are not constraints in this assignment. You may choose from a variety of tools to design your classroom. You can use Word, PowerPoint, Publisher, or any other program that I can open up on a PC. Some students like to use web-based programs as well. That is perfectly fine. In fact, it's encouraged. A couple of web-based programs that students have success with in the past are Classroom for Teachers, Floor Planner. There's one on EdTech Leaders. So please review the rubric and see the required criteria for your classroom. Your classroom design needs to meet some minimal requirements. There needs to be 25 desks in the classroom. You have a teacher-led small group area. This means you'll have 3 to 6 student chairs with an instructor chair. Oftentimes, teachers will use circle tables or these kidney bean tables, and this applies to all grade levels K through 12. Technology. Some components of technology, whether it's an interactive whiteboard with a projector, student computers, but there has to be some representation there in your class. Windows. Where would you place the windows in your classroom to support the learning environment while also avoiding the potential for distractions? Doors. Think about where the doors would be in your classroom. Would you have more than one door? Classroom library. This should be an area where you have resources for your students to gain a further depth of understanding of the topics that you want to cover. Books, magazines, etc. Additional optional design items to consider. teacher work area, bulletin boards, bathrooms, sink with a drinking fountain, and separate floors. So that's part one of your assignment. Part two is your classroom management plan. You'll be creating your own plan. So keep in mind that all the structures that we've covered in relation to your classroom environment thus far this semester, for example, classroom design, we've talked about some learning theories. Some of you have previously touched upon these classroom management strategies in your classroom design through the use of a reflection chair or behavior cards or whatever. So just consider those. For your classroom management plan, you're going to come up to 5 to 7 rules or procedures for your classroom. For each rule, you'll need to list specifications that define the expectations for that particular rule. Please see the example for further clarification. I've included those as well so that you have at least some idea of what the expectations are. These characteristics will exemplify what following the rule looks like on a daily basis. So when wording your rules, it is imperative to choose a neutral tone and to avoid any negative tone at all. This is critical. I will deduct points if for some reason the tone is negative. For example, it's important to leave the word no out of the rules. If you want to have a rule about bullying, avoid saying, do not put down your classmates, and instead say, use only kind words to one another. The attached example of classroom management plan was used in a 2nd grade, 5th grade, and 6th grade classroom. Please note that it is just a start to a final product for this assignment. Refer to the criteria and grading rubric below for specifications or expectations. And please have the following criteria with your classroom management plan. You're going to need your name, preferably in the title. 5 to 7, again, appropriate and effective classroom rules and procedures. Defining details, explaining what the rules procedures look like. A list of appropriate incentives for students who follow the rules and procedures. The incentives should be listed in order of value. The incentives at the bottom should be considered the most excellent prize. Please note, for full credit in this area, it is a requirement to have parent contact in here somewhere as an incentive, as this is the best practice. A list of appropriate consequences for students who are struggling with the following rules and procedures, and the consequences should be listed in order of severity of punishment and with the consequence at the bottom of the list being the most severe. Please note, for full credit in this area, it's a requirement to have parent contact in here somewhere as a consequence, as this is best practice. All right, and then you have a summary. You're going to write a short reflective summary between 250 and 500 words, explaining criteria that influence your decision for both your classroom design and the rules procedures for your management plan. While designing the classroom and developing your management plan, try to picture yourself in the room as a teacher. Think about the resources you might need. Visually simulate yourself into the teacher role. Proper citations should reflect APA formatting for those that are going to reference the book, which, by the way, is going to be very important, that you're thinking about referencing the textbook. So I've included some information down here below. You're going to learn how to submit assignments in Canvas with the resources below. Be sure to check with your instructor for specific assignment submission guidelines. What are your assignments? How do I view assignments as a student? This is just some video support that you can go to, and hopefully that will help you with the actual logistics of putting this information into practice. So that is your assignment 1. Feel free to email me with any questions or any concerns you may have. You're going to submit this, via Canvas, and that way I'll be able to get access to it. Just note when your due date is. So there we go. I've highlighted that for this class. So just be aware. Any questions? Let me know. Good luck, everyone.